Hey guys, Drifter here. Welcome to my Modern Warfare Remastered Exclusion Zone Quest Day 2 stream. I am going to be trying to get this Exclusion Zone Camo. I am unfortunately quite a ways off from it. Exclusion Zone in this game takes a very long time to unlock. Today's goal is to finish out the headshot challenges on the M16 and then move on to the regular challenges of getting kills with no attachments and then getting kills with the red dot sight and some things. Maybe we'll move on to the AK-47. Just kind of depends on how things go. For those of you in the chat and new to the stream, I hope you have fun. And for my older subscribers and returning viewers, I've changed my camera position around just a little bit to get a slightly prettier picture. Let me say hello to everyone. Matthew Ford, hello. Vex Cryptic, hello. Hello Woods, hello Matt Vesse. Blair Ramsey says, oi oi. Archangel 66 says, hey Mama Drifty Poo. Alright, that's cool. Mama Drifty Poo it is. Nice to see you too, Archie. Johnny Bauer, Link 404, RC Bishop, hello. And we have a guy called Brobots. I like that, Brobots. They're like robots, but they're like bros, so they're like Brobots. I guess they go to the Robo Gym and lift hydraulic presses all the time and drink high protein oil, and even a potato is there in the chat. So I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming today, as long as it's fun, as long as I'm feeling up to it, and hopefully I get off to a better start than I did last time. The last stream, I found it especially difficult to get headshots with the M16, mostly because it just killed people too fast. If I didn't get my very first shot as a headshot, there was no follow-up, no second chance, so I'm going to try to use that experience to my advantage here and not be quite so potato-y. And you guys definitely will see me miss a good bit. You will see me skip some easy kills and stuff, because as of now, I am exclusively going for headshots. Hello, Everett, Uriel, Emmanuel, Chris, Mason, Archie Powell. Got a lot of people in here today. Tiger Sniper, Rower. Actually, I think I need to turn my volume down a smidge. Yep. Because I had it turned up before. Astro Design says, love your vids. Thank you very much. I'll provide you with tasty syrup full of luck. I guess that's a Canadian joke of some kind, but alrighty. Thank you, man. I will gladly accept your tasty syrup, because pancakes are essentially a food group for me, even though they really shouldn't be. That's a kid. Oh, no! Okay, well, it was kind of a fun start. Okay, but what that means is I'm gonna have some dill hole. I bet what he wants to do is get up in the building over here and just kind of take a crap on my team. So I'm gonna have to try to find, I think the stairs are over here. Yeah. So what most of the time they try to do is get up in this building somewhere. How did I know it? How did I know it? He thought he was God's gift to gaming. The best tactic ever. But yeah, I really do love pancakes. I think I love most round foods, pancakes, pizzas, a lot of very unhealthy things like that. It's one of the primary reasons that my weight loss and exercise regime isn't going so well, is that I treat pancakes like an alternate food group, like an actual bread supply. And I think if I sit there, I'm going to end up super dead. That's where a lot of noobs like to hang out. So I'm going to try to hang back like one layer over, see if I can get a good angle down here. Sometimes they show up. Where'd you go? You were right here. Ah, trying to get headshots. Such a trick. Such a trick. Got one headshot at that range. Oh, and I knew he had a sniper rifle. How did I know it? John Parker says it takes a lot of concentration to play Call of Duty and stream at the same time. It does for some people. I'll admit there is a bit of a trick to it. Not everybody is able to play and stream at the same time. Did manage to pull a headshot out of all that spraying. Honestly, though, it doesn't bother me too much. Dr. Brobot says he always likes it when I talk about controversial subjects. Well, thank you, but not everybody is down for that. And back on topic just a little bit. I just naturally am a little bit chatty when I play. I often play much better when I'm happy and having a good time than I do when I'm serious and making super serious MLG callouts all the time. That's just not how I roll for the most part. So, I wasn't even aiming for the head properly there. So, just playing and talking and chatting about things is my normal way of going about it. So streaming feels pretty natural to me. Do a little train of thought stuff. I think I'm gonna have to get back over here and start looking out. Try to really look across. Oh, dang, I didn't even see him. Hey, Potato, your senpai has noticed you. I don't know if you guys saw that guy. I didn't. I just totally missed him. I'm going for, like, stupid long-range headshots. What I really need to be doing, though, is getting up much closer to the enemies so that I can... Okay, so they're all pretty much out there. I need to be getting a lot closer to them so that I can kind of get those guaranteed headshots. Ah! That should have been a headshot right there, but it wasn't. It wasn't. Got one. Do I have a UAV? Apparently I do. I wasn't even paying attention. I'm gonna use that to block because I saw you right there. Yeah. See this guy over here too. Oh, I see you. I see you. Couldn't get the headshot out. You're gonna come right back over here, aren't you? Yeah. You think you are just tactically invincible or something, I suppose. Probably back in the building somewhere. I'm really not in the greatest position if I were trying to go for kill streaks or anything like that. What I'm really trying to do is just set up, catch some of these guys not paying attention so that I can shoot them in the head. Dylan McIerney, what is the next weapon in depth going to be? Blair Ramsey, if you eat cereal with no milk, that's quite strange. Because I greatly prefer milk in my cereal. Most cereals are actually hard to ingest without milk on my end. The next weapon in depth is currently planned to be the MP44 assault rifle, the very last one that you unlock in this game. You know, the old World War II gun. So that's kind of what I'm working on. Let's see if I can catch somebody out here. Somebody might get aggressive and rush up. Alright, hold up, hold up. Oh no, stupid. Other teammates getting kills. It's a kill, but it's not a headshot. Just doesn't really help me very much. Ah! Yep, I'm getting way off track. Yeah, MP44, I don't actually expect it to be a very long in-depth episode, because the MP44 is... It's a pretty straightforward weapon. It's very simple in a lot of ways, and it has no attachments on it, like, at all. So there's really only one way to use it, and that's with no attachments. And I can only recommend perks, which is probably going to be stopping power. Yeah, Blair Rams, no, sorry, Gaming Nimbus, Exclusion Zone is kind of like Dark Matter on steroids. It's, in my opinion, significantly harder to get than Dark Matter. So I'm expecting it to take much, much longer. But on the flip side, I guess that means more streams for me, which is fine and diddly dandy, as Ned Flanderuski would say. So I can move up over here and catch some sniper in the back. Oh, here we go. Okay, hold up. I know I'm in the middle of the street, guys. Don't judge. Ah! Okay, here we go. Here's another guy. He's probably going to slow down when he rounds the corner. Yes! Got 3 quick headshots on him. I'm just going to go get that guy in the body so I can call in my UAV and keep the streak going on. I do kind of wish I could get some kind of reward for capping the objectives. I'm a little bit afraid to get too close to that car because I'm kind of afraid it's going to blow up on me. They should be sending some people up.
Airstrike standing by.
Ah, I knew I was going to get sniped. Chopper, I am unfortunately not continuing Infinite Warfare in depth. I'm not trying to make a video about it because that tends to upset people a lot. Did we just kill each other? Really? But as of now, I'm not really digging IW very much. I don't know if my teammate got a kill or what just happened there. It's so goofy to try and like aim high enough so that your second shot is a guaranteed miss, and then you get him with your second burst. That's a really weird kind of feeling for COD. Oh my god, I got super lucky. I'm in a terrible position. This is just a terrible position in general, but I'm trying so hard to, you know, line up some easy headshots like that turkey. There's no way! No way in God's green earth that should have happened. But it did happen that way. So I've got to accept my failures. I'll pick off that guy, even though he wasn't even moving. It's okay. Let's even get a little close here. Aiming too high. It's so easy. Somebody says, okay, if it's so hard, how do you get the camo? Get the camo. For assault rifles, it's 150 headshots, which is greater than the 100 for dark matter. Then it's 100... can't see his little noggin. Then it's 150 kills with no attachments. Then 150 kills with the red dot sight. For pistols, you have to get kills while prone and kills while crouched, which is strange. I think submachine guns is like some goofy stuff like hipfire kills, which I guess isn't all that bad for SMGs in this game. But it definitely takes a long time because it's not just a headshot challenge anymore. It's an everything challenge, which is going to take a super, super duper long time. Uncle Cookies, your senpai has noticed you. CNS Productions says, I'm doing IW in depth. Yeah, I've noticed quite a few people are actually trying to take the show from me, even calling it in depth, which is kind of rude in my opinion, but I can't exactly stop them, but I do try to do some degree of policing of my brand. Oh my lord, did he really just, yeah, right in the face. I really wish that I did like IW. A lot of people think that I don't like it because I'm on the hate train or it's cool to hate a game, but I've got every reason on planet Earth to really like the game, but I just plain don't, and I don't want to make myself miserable playing a game that I don't enjoy, so... And yes, I am going for wall bangs on purpose. I'm not just that bad at aiming, I'm trying to pepper some people through the wall. There we go. Kind of like that. You gotta spray for the head and swipe. That gamer couple says, I got Exclusion Zone Camo in a week. If you're having a hard time with the M16, you're in for a long grind. Well, I've never been particularly good at getting camos. I honestly haven't, to tell you the truth. Never have been. It wasn't easy for me to get Dark Matter in Black Ops 3 either. But I did it for the sheer challenge of it. And I think the thing that's so difficult for me is that I'm so used to just not going for headshots that when I have to slow down my aim to go for headshots, it just screws up my entire playstyle. I'm very much so just used to going for body shots, or like even like akimbo and stuff. I do a lot of akimbo in this game, or any game really, a lot of hip firing. So it's kind of the opposite of what I'm used to. If I were used to headshots, it might be much easier. I think I might have got this. Yep, they can kind of see them. You kind of see them like trying to get like swipe headshots when I really shouldn't be. Riley Nash, you have been noticed me. Oh, okay. That gamer couple says, no, not in a week. I got it a week ago. Okay, that makes me feel much better about myself. I was going to be pretty scared if you got it in a week. I was like, I got a lot to live up to. Hunter Hewlett, a zombie stream soon. Yeah, I was thinking about doing one with Chopper and J-Hub and maybe Hike and doing the Easter egg before the next Zombies map comes out. Because one thing I do like about Infinite Warfare is the zombies. I think the zombies mode is pretty much fantastic. Can't say the same for multiplayer, but the zombies was great. I had a lot of fun with it. And I'm going to vote for Overgrown, because wet work is essentially AIDS. Sir Toast, good to see ya. It's been a little while. Not much, dude. I'm just playing a little bit of Modern Warfare Remastered, because I just woke up. Girl Germ says, every time I play Respawn, I feel like my retinas get burned out by constant flashbangs. That is a thing here. A lot of people do run Flash X3. On the M16, I'm pretty sure that I'm also running Flash X3. What have I got? Yeah, Special Grenades X3. So that's kind of how it is. Jackson Riddle says, saw dude. Saw Jackson Riddle. What's up, brah? Sky Watana, someone notice me, please. Best game mode for headshots? Probably Hardcore. Hardcore, hey, Terribility. Hardcore is definitely the easiest way to do it. Like, if I wanted to do it the easy way, Hardcore would be the way. However, it's just, it's just I kind of want to earn it, you know. And I missed 3 subscribers, I think. Fake Savage, Nuno, Baratudo, and Cpug have subscribed. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that.
Domination.
So what do you have to do for Zone Camo? We just talked about that. Hello, Staged. Good to see you. Hello, Henny. Brendan Walnan. Jug is AIDS in this game. Holy crap, yeah. Jug can be very annoying in this game. It's just not what people are used to, so it throws off their gunfights pretty badly. I'm going to bank to the right over here and do some of this. Ibiscope, I got an engineering degree. What are you streaming with, the Elgato? Yeah, stream with the Elgato HD60 Pro. It's their PCIe capture card. You can find a link to it down there below in the description. I see you. I think there's another dude over here on my right. One behind the thing over there. Yep, I know. You see me. That's great. Okay, good. He did it once and left. What a nice guy. Oops, I just shot at a teammate because I'm a smart man. Yeah, I use the HD60 Pro because I really enjoy it the most.
Enemy UAV is
Oh,
airborne.
really? I didn't see him at all. I never thought, for once in my life, I never thought he would sit in the back of the map like that, but I guess I was wrong. I like it because it's PCIe, zero delay, you know. I have a link down there in the description because I'm sponsored by them. Ah, this is going to be a rough fight right there. Good card. You can view the quality for yourself. Like, you don't need me to explain to you how it looks or how it'll perform. You can literally see it working right now, so... And I have to walk my way up through Death Alley through Sniper Zone. I'm kind of exposed there.
Enemy UAV is
Yep. That's just going to be a terrible way to assault, though it keeps kind of spawning me there and pushing me toward that direction. Get a headshot. No! See, it's so easy to get body shots at that range, but it's so hard to get headshots. That helicopter is about to target me, I know it. I could see it. I could see the helicopter looking at me and be like, I want that drifter booty. Yes, I do. Drifter booty looks real nice. I'm a drop my load on you. Ah, no headshot. Dang gone. I think the head hitboxes are a little bit smaller and less forgiving in this game than they have been in other Call of Duty games as well. Ah, nope. I'm just gonna have to hide. Tips for headshots, get good. Unfortunately, there's no easy headshot mechanic in this game. There's no, you know, high caliber or anything. And one of the things that actually makes it more difficult, you would think that having high damage and range and ease of killing people would be easy, but the thing that made headshots easy to get for Black Ops 3 and even for Advanced Warfare and even in Infinite Warfare is that your health is relatively high, so you can kind of challenge people, right? There we go. Like, you can kind of come up in people's face and hold down the trigger and spray and challenge them, and as long as your last shot or your last couple of shots are a headshot, it'll be fine and you can just tank their bullets. Or by the same token, you can go fully auto and just like run up really fast and get in people's faces and just face check them. This game, all the guns kill you very quickly, so there's not a lot of challenging, right? It's all about positioning, yet the positioning is more challenging, more difficult, if that's the right way to say it. Because... oh man, that helicopter I think is looking at me again. Shit. It's more difficult because everybody has super long-range guns, and radar spam or UAV spam is very prevalent, along with a lack of good stealth options. Or I guess I could trade off and do stealth, but when I do that, what ends up happening... okay. Somehow that didn't count as a headshot, you know, but that's the way the cookie crumbles some days. If I trade off and I go for stealth to try to sneak up and shoot people in the head, what ends up happening is I don't have the damage to kill them as fast as I would like, so that's kind of a big issue. Really turn this around. I'm almost certainly gonna die. My teammate's that way. Okay, so there's people's in the house. You got a kill, but no headshot. Still people in the dadgum house. Wait a minute.
Enemy UAV is airborne.
Let's see what I can find on this side. Go through here real quick like.
We're losing Alpha. Enemy
That's not
UAV
good.
is airborne.
Look at that jug. We are getting stamped right there. Hey, they call me Gerben. Nice to see you. J99314 just subscribed. Thank you. Let me check my recent subscribers. Yep, we got new subscriptions from Cpug, Ashok Kochar, J99314, Stripe Films, David Connell, and Trollark. Got a subscription from Trollark. Thank you, Trollark. My subscription notification is kind of way over here on the right, so I don't notice it as often as I should. Is that really? We just calling it in right off the bat here? Okay, I think that's gonna happen. I'm just gonna shoot the helicopter until it goes away because it's so annoying. I'll take the free points though. I'll do that. Anybody else on my team would just shoot this helicopter. It would go away much quicker. They really don't have that much health in this game. There we go. Thank you, fam. Get shit on. Secretly 365, how many hours do you have on this game? I don't think I've got that many. I think I'm... it's so hard to get headshots. I think I'm closer to 30, probably. I've got a lot more hours in BF1 and Overwatch. Is that another helicopter? Great. Got way more hours in BF1 and Overwatch. But I do have a lot of hours on COD 4, both PC and console. That is a really low-flying chopper right there. I've never seen it so low. So it's really not like I haven't played the game. MWR, you know. There we go. Whatever, I'll get a few easy G3 headshots, I suppose.
Enemy helicopter inbound.
Or I'll miss a lot. I could also miss a lot. Yeah, I can only kill so many helicopters, team. I love you guys, but really now I can only kill so many. And we're all pretty much hiding in the same house, too, which is not good. Not good at all. I'm just trying to stay here and save my KDR. Not embarrass myself too badly on stream. Got a kill, but not a headshot. Not a headshot at all. J99314 says, when are you going to be playing Battlefield 1? Battlefield 1, I have a video posting soon. Just got some new subscribers, Gamester21 and Miguel Russell. Thank you guys for subbing. Appreciate it. No idea why we're getting duped on so bad here. There we go. Got one headshot with the G3. Body shot because the recoil actually kicked it down, which was strange. I bet another helicopter is going to come in almost immediately to ruin my day. Another worthless body shot. And an enemy whirlybird. What do you know? I'm not really surprised by that. Saw you peek back. Oh, we got some homies coming through over here. Woo! You walked right into it, nerd. I don't know where they're at. I really don't. So I'm just gonna bomb here.
Friendly airstrike on the way. We're losing B. Enemy UAV is airborne. Losing Bravo.
I want to stay here in this house and camp. Next kill, I probably won't go for a headshot because I would really appreciate. There we go. Get my gun back. A nice, easy helicopter to help my team just a little bit. Oh, you got some goofy sights. What is this crap? There you go. I'll finish you off too with the headshot. Well, I've got a whirlybird I can call in. Through my extreme camperoonie skills, that's okay. I just have to call it in before they call in their helicopter, so I'm spamming it. There we go. Give my team a little bit of hope, you know. Ah, I didn't have enough hope. You could just use weird-looking CG. I don't even know what you're talking about. New subscribers as well. Greg Franco, Doherty, Killprone, Jack Peter, and Manbir Senga. Thank you guys for subscribing. I'm not actually seeing it over here. Guys, are you seeing the pop-ups? Because I am not seeing them. Like, would you guys please let me know if you're seeing the subscriber pop-ups? Because either I'm not noticing them or they're not popping up. One or the other. They're supposed to be popping up. So Daydrifter, what constitutes a good stealth class in this game? Well, that's pretty straightforward, actually. There we go. Just trying to resize my page here a little bit. Says no pops. No pop-ups. What the balls? No pop-ups, my dude. Okay, I thought something strange was going on. So I have... There we go. Okay, Sean Kurzman just subscribed. I got that one. So something's going on. Oh, that was too easy. It's probably just going screwball again. Unfortunately, the program that I use does not always work 100% the way I wish that it would. So, yeah, it looks like we have no pop-ups. There we go. Gonza Panin has subscribed. Now it's popping up. As soon as we say there's no pop-ups, now we're getting them in the bottom left. Weird. Clouded Mind, good to see you again. Yeah, it's just all death out that way. I was trying to get on top of the roof. Turret kills the chopper real quick. John Parker's been subscribed for 3 years. That's good to know. Glad you guys like the cheeky kill. I am pinched between death from behind, death from above. Can't get the stab and shot. Nadim Ghani has subscribed. Thank you, Nadim. I appreciate it. Access Dynamacam has subscribed. Says, where are you and T. Martin and Chaos in the campaign? I'm pretty sure that we were not included in the campaign. I do not believe our capture session was good enough. And I got dumped on right there. Peter Nguyen has subscribed. There we go. Now it's working. Now it is working. We have a lot of people wanting me to use the mounted MG. Hey, Tom. Good to see you. I don't like Destiny very much. Destiny's just not my game. It wasn't a bad game. The gameplay aspects of it were very good. It was very well polished. It had a good story. It had a lot of good things going on. Unfortunately, what it did not have is a robust multiplayer. It was very much so like this grind-heavy, single-player, dungeon raiding type game, which is just not my style. And I have to get another 45 headshots on this gun before I can even move on. What's my favorite weapon in MWR? Favorite weapon's probably the Scorpion because it's fun. I like all the goofy guns. Like, don't get me wrong, M16 and AK and MP5 and stuff are probably the best. But when it comes to having fun, using the MP44 and using the Scorpion are just kind of my game. I really enjoy those. Riley Nash, what's up in my life lately? A lot of things. Caleb Aguirre, how's Jess? Jessica's good. She's taking a nap right now. Thank you for subscribing. Ryan Skills, my life is, a lot of ups and downs. I'm trying to get back into shape, but it's very counterproductive. I'm gaining muscle, but not losing any fat because my diet could definitely use some work. I'm finally hitting the point where I'm getting stronger in the gym now. Unfortunately, I'm still not burning fat, per se. And, having a little bit of struggles with family, and, yep, so I think a lot of you would say the same thing. We got a question from SJ Kunk. Says, hey, Drifter, I want to know if I should play ball for a no-name District 2, or Division 2, I think, yeah, Division 2 school, which I think he's assuming football, or if I should walk on to a Division 1 team and try to do better. Unfortunately, and it was like the D2 is free college, the D1 I have to pay and do walk-on. I think you should go for the free college, or, with all due respect, unless you're a badass, like, unless you're just such a badass at football, I would tell you not to play, because it's going to punish your body all to hell, it really will. And you need to be really, really good to make it pro. Like, to get onto a pro team, you need to be, like, some sort of ultra badass. And I'm not saying you're bad, I'm not trying to crush your dreams, but I want you to be realistic about your dreams. There's a lot of good people that I know that went to college and just ground their bodies into trash for the local football team. And they never got picked up by a pro team, they never got a degree that was worth a flip. And now they're just pretty badly in debt, unfortunately, and that's not something I would want to see happen to any of my subscribers. So that's what I would tell you. So just be cautious. If you think you're good enough to go pro, and I don't mean the way that everybody and their grandmother all thinks that they're good enough to whoop, get blown up to go pro. But if you've really got the skills, if you've got the body, if you've got the mindset and determination, I believe you should do the walk-on. If you're going to be realistic, and if you are not already like a top pick or like amazing or anything, if you're even having this sort of consideration, then I'm going to tell you that you should probably take the free college and improve yourself mentally. Ouch. It's kind of weird that they explode so I don't get the headshot notified. You know, oh my god. I don't watch Bob's Burgers. Jaded Knight, that's kind of what I'm trying to do, is leave out refined sugars, and Herpaderpaderp20 has subscribed. Thank you very much. Sugar is my #1 enemy, because I do eat a lot of refined sugars. I caved tonight and had a soda, even though I don't even usually drink soda. It just kind of ended up, the place I went to, they offered me a free one because reasons, I suppose, but, ouch. Somebody, you have some people saying you should try to play football. I don't want to encourage you to do something that doesn't pay off in the long run, you know? And that coming from a guy who does YouTube for a living and gambled his entire future on video games. It just wasn't smart. It worked for me, but that doesn't make it smart, right? You can accept that kind of logic. I had to realize that no small component of it was luck and persistence and timing. I see you, I just can't see you. There we go. Getting kills just fine, I'm just not actually getting the headshots that I desire. Where are you at? Oh, there he goes. Damn it. Let's see if he's gonna show up here.
Enemy UAV is airborne. Our
I'll this
UAV
one.
is online. Airstrike standing by.
Hopefully I know where you're at. All you guys are on top of this stupid building. Pretty much all of you. Come on.
Friendly airstrike on the way.
Let's see. Wow, that guy killed himself to get the challenge.
Helicopter support standing
There we
by.
go.
Friendly helicopter on the way.
Call in an easy whirlybird, keep him busy, you know. Just gonna sit here real still. Wait for somebody to peek. Are they gonna all sit in the building? Oh my god, I'm tired of this.
Securing scene.
Oh, there's an easy headshot.
We've lost the lead. Securing Charlie. Our UAV is online.
I don't know, it's just, I don't hate you guys. I don't want you to not follow your dreams. I really do know people that did football, and they tried to make it a career and it didn't pan out. And they ended up with a degree in like sports science or something like that they never ever used, even remotely. And they just ended up coaching high school football, talking about the glory days. And that's not really what I want for you. And there's no shame in being a coach. There's no shame in chasing your dreams. But I don't want to give you advice that gives you an unrealistic expectation. What are you even doing, guy? About what your future might entail if you choose to do pro football. It'll also almost certainly lower your life expectancy unless you're, I don't know, maybe like a kicker or a quarterback or something. There we go. You know, I did high school football, and I did white boy private school football with like a 30-player team in total. So we basically had an offense and a defense, and that was it. But even just doing that, I managed to significantly damage my body. And I understand the traditions of physically empowering yourself as a youth and learning your body's potential and mastering it. The value of combat sports to a society, especially one that's a little bit softer like ours, and these sort of things. Unfortunately, if I could go back in time, I probably would not do football again. It taught me a lot of great life lessons about what it's like to have your ass kicked really bad. How to deal with fights you can't win. How to win unwinnable fights, in other words. How to do a lot of crazy things. Echo the Bat Pony, Terribility, Fireside Lemons, all of you, good to see you.
Domination.
But what it also did is it screwed up my fingers. It screwed up some of my joints. My right knee is bad. My wrists are bad. I have a screwed up shoulder. I got a concussion. I don't know how these problems are going to add up when I get older, but they're certainly still going to be there. They're going to exist, right? It's something I'm going to have to deal with. And I don't think that carrying those injuries with me for life was worth it at all. Like, you tell a 15-year-old what forever means, and their idea of forever is like, I don't know, till the end of high school, or I'll be dead by the time I'm 30 because I live life fast and furious and that sort of thing. But what really ends up happening is you survive and you keep on living, and eventually you just These injuries just stack up and stack up and stack up, and you carry them around with you, and it really is years and years and years of injuries that you have to deal with. That's what drives me crazy. I was clearly head-on right there. Herpman1290 just says, just call me Herp. Thanks, dude. And Jeremy has subscribed. I'm going to take a short break and go hide over here and call out some subscribers that I have missed. Let's see what we've got going on. Jeremy, Herpdertman, Ryan Skills, Marios Nakuzi, Harry Clo, Amino, and now we're back down to Tom and Peter Nguyen. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm getting some things here telling me to stop eating bread. Glad I could help you, SJ Kunk. And he is doing basketball, which isn't nearly as bad on your body as football is, because it's just ultimately not like a contact sport or combat sport, however you want to call it. Just went for the easy kill and not the headshot. I know there's a dude just right up here. He's probably going to peek out and shoot me from some angle that I'm not really prepared for. No, managed to get it somehow. Ah, not a headshot.
Our UAV is online.
Go ahead and call in that UAV. I just missed a subscriber. Who was that? Tanya Barker subscribed. I'm not getting sound here, which is very strange. Hold up, I think I've made a goof. Give me a sec, guys. I'm, Tegan Lintz has subscribed. Caesar Fireside Lemons donated $6.60 and says ho ho ho. And why is it not playing the audio? I'm gonna do a test donation, guys. I can do that on my end. There it goes. Okay. Thank you, Fireside Lemons. Firosida Lemons! Yes. Your glorious anime name. Thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate it. Okay. Back on track to these headshots. And Caesar Cavallo. Oh my gosh, I'm just getting helicoptered. It's gonna squeeze me down this death alley. I didn't even see the person that shot my teammate. Wait a minute. Can't even see him. Aaron Rodriguez, thank you for the donation, dude. $6.66. The donation of the devil. The mark is upon you. The end times are near. The seventh seal has broken. What's going to happen? Call of Duty is going to be playing quickscopes only. What? Added a weird, like, holiday lens flare right there. Sorry, that just distracted me. Waiting for the helicopter to go bye-bye because it's annoying. No headshot again. Yep, I am almost certain when it comes time to do the AK that I'm going to be swapping on over to like a silencer so I can just run up and shoot people in the back of the head. I'm really confident that's going to be the much faster way to do it. Mike Cinecore says, does liking the stream improve how visible it is, or is it just the VOD after the fact? Tanya Barker, YouTube is a career I would recommend, though it's even more risky than football. It takes a lot to get it going on. Okay, so they're not going to come for me, stupid losers. Oh, didn't even get that kill. Okay, so liking the video is a part of the overall Google YouTube search algorithm, and it helps in two ways. Videos with lots of interactions are higher up in the search algorithm. They're also higher up in the recommended feeds, and higher up in the, almost burped there, in your subscription feed, because the subscription feed is no longer one-to-one, so a video that's liked by a lot of subscribers gets pushed higher up. The next thing is that interactions of any kind push it up. That's comments, that's live stream chat rate, that's likes, that's shares. It also does pretty well for external sharing. Surprisingly so. Looks like I'm going to be playing this glorious map. Whack, whack, whack. And I think I'm going to change up. I'm probably going to run Jug here just so that I'll live. So pretty much any kind of interaction is good. Even dislikes. Surprisingly, it's a controversial video. Trick Quack, I do not have Instagram, unfortunately. Oh no, Fireside Lemons is talking about his teachers are spending even less time with their students. That's unfortunate. Let's see what's going on. I'm gonna have to refresh this because my thing froze. Some of the other things that I know the YouTube algorithm does is that video length is an important factor. The longer the video is, the more likely they are to promote it because it plays more ads and watch minutes is important. And surprisingly, external links, like videos that get linked on Reddit, often will show up in the trending or recommended. The Devastator has subscribed, thank you, feeds, because YouTube really likes it when external websites drive traffic to YouTube because it's a very organic kind of growth. So any sort of place a video is posted to push views onto YouTube will ultimately end up getting that video recommended more. And TrickQuack has subscribed, your boy Trey, and there's Tanya Baker down there as well. Oh man, Firesides, I'm sorry to hear your lemon. Your internet is going crazy. No, dude, I'm not doing G3. I'm doing M16. That's that shows you how good your internet is. The doggos are doing fat. That's how they're doing. They're doing pretty good. They've been fighting each other a lot. Christina Paraguayan. Thank you, Christina, for subscribing. I appreciate it. Paraguayan. And Jessica Roser. I watch this because I'm a potato player. Oh, that's okay. As long as you try to help your team, that's all that matters.
Let's do this. Securing Bravo.
Oh, wait. If I have an opportunity to take this, I'm going to take it. Oh, I don't have stopping power right here because I opted for Doug. Oh boy. Well, it is an opportunity for me to get a lot of kills. I don't know how many headshots I'm going to get in this chaos, but I'm going to try to get a few.
Enemy UAV is airborne. Securing Alpha. Enemy has Bravo.
Oh man, no stopping power. Rough. No headshots yet. Got a UAV. No headshot there either. So a stun up, because that's where we're going to be. No headshot yet. Okay. Well, we're going to get some kills out of this at least. Yes, I have heard that Winter Crash is going to be removed in a short period of time. There's finally a headshot. I think that's probably back here. They're usually back there. I don't know why I knifed him when I'm trying to get headshots. It's so instinctual, you know? So instinctual. Sorry, Hurt Man, I shouldn't have laughed at you. You said you're sad because your great-grandpa died and you only got to see him 20 times. I laughed at you because, respectfully, if you've seen your great-grandfather once, you're doing better than the majority of people on this planet. Not a lot of people ever get to see their great-grandfather. Many people haven't even seen their grandparents a total of 20 times in their lives. So if you were that close and you got to have that good of a relationship, you were doing exceptionally well. And it's rude of me to say that you don't have a reason to grieve because that's individual and not, you know, true or falsifiable, right? But you're doing all right. It's really not so bad. And this is really loud. It's like super duper loud. I'm actually going to turn this down a little bit more. That is just so loud. Okay, so the no stopping power method is not very fun here at all. It is not panning out even remotely how I had hoped. I wish I could get Juggernaut and stopping power, but that would be pretty much broken. Secretly 365 says, hey Drift, how do you feel about parents forcing their sometimes very young children to play football? That's very situational. As much as I would not currently do it and understand the risk, it can be very good for some people. Different children need different things in their lives. Some children need more than anything to be nurtured and loved and encouraged. Other children really do need a swift kick in the ass. Some children have been over-nurtured and they need to know what it's like to fail. They need to know what it's like to struggle. Some kids are out of shape, and even though it might hurt their bodies to some degree, it could definitely benefit them in the long run to get into shape and weight lift and do all the things that football does. It builds confidence, it builds friendships. There are some good things that can come from it. So there are situations where forcing kids to play contact sports could be a good thing. Though I feel more often than not that's not the case. My experience has been that parents that force their kids to do these kind of things are like helicopter parents or vicarious parents that live their failures through their kids. Like, I have a friend of mine, his dad coaches high school football, right? And his dad was never really an athlete. He tried, but he was never big enough or good enough when he was a kid. He never got his growth spurt until much later on. And genetically speaking, my friend was the same way as a little dude. Just real little guy. He was short, not athletic, was just not his thing. Like, you know, sports was just not his thing. And his dad tried to force him to do football, to do basketball, to do soccer and lacrosse and all this sort of stuff. And it wasn't so that he would get in shape. It wasn't so that his son would have a better life. It was because he had issues with himself not playing sports, and it was this sort of like projecting his weaknesses onto his child. So instead of being supporting or caring, he was just really shitty about it for the most part. And it was just terrible for their relationship. It almost completely ruined it. So that's not something I would ever want to see repeated. Though I do think that there are kids that could use some sports in their life. What kind of doggos do I have? Let's see, Programmer Jacob just subscribed. Thank you, Programmer Jacob 11. That was just halftime, my lord. I have Shiba Inu dogs. Usually I have the dog camera set up so that you can see them. Right now they are just not here. The doggy camera is empty, so. Matthew Ebert, you're more than welcome to use my emblem in whatever game you see fit. I don't own yin yangs. Just don't pretend to be me. I have had issues with people pretending to be me and they do weird stuff and they ask for... Okay, just a pro tip, guys. I am never going to have a gamer tag and I am never going to be in voice chat asking people for Steam gift cards or PSN gift cards. And I'm never going to run around and charge you to be on the friends list or anything like that. Unfortunately, I've had to deal with all of these scams on my subscribers. I've had so many people come to me and say they were upset because they gave me a PSN gift card and I never even added them to their friends list. Or same thing on Steam. There's actually 3 or 4 fake accounts on stream. I just missed a subscriber, unfortunately. Wanna buy Doovday? Oh yeah, wanna buy Doovday, the Doovday player, yes. Thank you for subscribing. I'm just never gonna do that to you guys, so keep that in mind. And it's unfortunate that people are dirty enough to resort to that. They'll even pretend to be me. They'll like do this like impersonation of me, like voice and accent and everything in order to get it. Perfect Plasma. The M16 is not full auto. This is a 3-round burst weapon. I wish it were full auto. This would make it much, much easier. Matthew Ebert, unfortunately, I don't even have my Xbox 360 plugged in anymore, man. I've moved on to next gen. I've left the last gen behind. It's just no need. And see right there, I just got shots that didn't even connect. It's so janky, the connections here. It's so like weird. I wish it wasn't the case, but it is. Everything around me is exploding. People talking, what are honors? It's kind of difficult to compare school systems because not each, but many schools and districts, they all have different honors requirements. Some have honors, some have none. Private, public, different GPA scales, different A, B, and C scales. Different years, lingo, like in the UK they call going to university what we would call going to college. And what they would call college, we would call junior college. It's just like a cultural thing, basically. Just got a lot of people right there.
Our UAV is online. Friendly airstrike on the way. We lost Charlie! Helicopter support standing by. Friendly chopper on the way.
There we go, got a Whirly Bird to call in later, which is good. Not gonna get that kill. Oh! That was terrible spawns. Like, yeah, I know it's shipment, but damn, dude, that guy spawned right into my headshot crosshairs. If I'd had stopping power, he'd have just been dead. Like, DED dead. They're just everywhere. They're everywhere, fam. Any tips on how to deal with terrible teachers? Oh, I've got no tips. All the methods that I used to deal with them ended in catastrophic failure to me. I was rude, I was uncooperative, I created a lot of friction, I guaranteed myself some bad grades with mean teachers. I can't tell you how to do that. This is Boximus, are you ever going to play Infinite Warfare again? I probably am going to stream it in a little bit. It's going to be sort of a special stream with me and Exclusive Ace. I think we're going to stream Infinite Warfare and talk about the game in general, because we're both stat guys in the community, but we have wildly different opinions about the about the game. So we're probably going to do like a half and half, like some MWR and then some IW, or some IW and then MWR, and kind of split it up like that and talk about some topics. I think it'll be a good stream. I think it'll be fun. Oh man, come on. I'm just trying to call in my whirlybird so I feel better about myself here. Can't wait till I get to do shotgun headshots later. Not today though. That'll be like a year from now with this pace. Because I'm not even done with the M16 after I get all these stinking headshots. I've got a lot more to go. Yeah, that's a good one. Fireside Lemon says the only real difference is that teachers can get you back. That's pretty much true. You don't have a lot of control over teachers, unfortunately. And if you think that teachers are problematic, look, teachers in public school are like overrated servants. You can actually get them in binds, right? That's legally speaking, the schools are always terrified of being sued. You have a much longer leash in high school than you expect. When you get to college, then you're going to run into tenured professors that literally cannot be fired. Imagine if your teachers could not be fired no matter what they did. Then you're going to have some fun. I had an electrical engineering professor. I'm not joking when I say he did not teach his class. He showed up and he assigned homework. And this is electrical engineering homework. We're talking imaginary numbers, advanced calculus, circuits, electrical engines and stuff like that. Henrique Fulkik says, is there a chance of MWR being sold separately? Unfortunately, I don't think there is. I've asked, I shouldn't even really talk about things like this, but I've asked a lot of people at Activision, and not a single one of them has ever hinted to me that they were going to sell it separately. DDog94 says, back in MW3 days, you mentioned how bad the math curriculum is in the US. As a teacher, I'm curious to hear your opinion. Also, what happened to that guy Explicits that would stalk you in MW3? Okay, I'm gonna finish one train of thought at a time here, and I'm definitely gonna get to your donation, which I'm grateful for. But I had an electrical engineering professor, very hard class. We'd show up when we just get like 20 homework problems, and he'd be like, "I'd see you next week," and somebody'd say, "Hold up, aren't we supposed to meet 3 times a week?" And he says, "Yeah, I just don't do that. You're gonna learn this class by solving these problems on your own. All the answers you need are there in the book. And if you have any questions, then what I want you to do is come find me at the bar." It was a local bar, and if you really wanted to learn, it would be your job to go find him at the bar. And if you were to sit there and have a drink with him, which was semi-required, then he would help you solve his math problems. It was not that hard to do. Kyoko, thank you for the $5 donation. I appreciate it, and I'm going to answer your question after the next one. So give me like 10 minutes here, and I'll get to it. Thank you for that. In short, it's going better. It's finally starting to work. And that was a really problematic class, and he did this for years. He didn't teach. He would go drink, turn the game volume down. Yeah, I'll do that. I just lowered the game volume a bit more. And that's how it was, and there's nothing I can do about it. All right, I'm going to play a game of Get Spawn Killed here. It's going to be really fun. Okay, so we got 2 donations that rolled in. D-Dog. The short answer for the Explicits guy. Can I talk about this now? I think I can talk about this now. Okay, so What I'm about to tell you guys about Explicits is very... It doesn't look good on me, but I think it was appropriate, all things considered. So, back in MW3 and Black Ops 2, there used to be this guy who would stalk me in every game. I was always trying to do stuff like perfect domination victory, 200 and 0, like some challenges and stuff. And he would just show up in the games and just troll. Like, that's all they would do, is they would just troll, like, noob tubes, rocket launchers, riot shields. They would just cheese me into oblivion. It was awful. I hated it. I did everything on the planet. I did block, I did VPN, I did hide, appear offline. I even went to the Microsoft security team in person, like face to face, and asked for help, and they turned me down. And they just said, yeah, if you can't keep somebody out of your game, you should just play a different game, which was... That guy just 360'd the ever-living shit out of me. It was very disappointing, actually, to get that kind of advice. So, I resulted in trying to dox the guy, because once I finally managed to make it harder for him to join the game, he just started DDoSing me and hitting me offline, like, every day. It was awful. Just even when I wasn't even streaming, it just hit me offline, and he'd just brag about it, like, I am the greatest DDoSer, you can't do shit about it. And he'd go and, like, say mean things about my wife and then hit her offline and stuff. And it was a real shitty experience. So I called in a friend of mine who was good into hacking and stuff like that. So he doxed the guy. Turned out to be, like, a 15-year-old kid. And I was an adult at the time, so this makes me look great, right? And he doxed the kid. And I think we posted his info on Twitter. Or we gave him, like, a little slap on the wrist, right? We gave him, like, a 5-minute... timeout, so to speak. We just straight up DDoSed his ass right into the ground, and the kid went absolutely apeshit, threatening to hack me and hack this and hack whatever. And my friend, who is sort of a gray hat hacker, he does some good, some bad, but he associates with some bad. He pulled in one of his bad friends on the conversation just for funsies to watch, and for some reason this kid just went apeshit on the black hat hacker. Just called him a pussy and a bitch and all this kind of stuff, and you're not going to do shit to me, I'm going to hack your whole family, and all sorts of stupid stuff. So the black hat hacker took this very personally as like an insult, like a shame, okay? And he gave him like one warning. This was just on Twitter for no reason whatsoever. He's like, look kid, you need to go home and leave me alone. The kid's like, fuck you, you're not going to do shit to me. The guy's like, okay, that's it. And the next thing I know, he's just gone forever. He's just like disappeared from planet Earth, okay? And about a day later, I asked what happened. I'm like, his messages just stopped like 10 minutes after he started talking shit to that guy. That guy was so mad that some script kiddie talked shit to him that he went and finished the rest of the docs, found the kid's parents' personal info, then he called in, he found out what the ISP was. I think it was like Comcast or something, right? And he called into Comcast from a spoofed number pretending to be from a tech support center, and another Comcast tech support center, and he said he was an agent but their system was down for the day and it wouldn't be up for an hour, and they were just trying to finish up a little bit of work, and they asked the other agent if you could help them out, because part of the thing about hacking isn't just like slamming code into a computer, it's social engineering, so to speak. It's a word that I hear a lot. And he convinced Comcast that the family was like wickedly overdue on the bills, and they'd been pirating and just all sorts of stuff. So Comcast shut down. I think I still have on the stupid Juggernaut. Yeah, I do. Shut this kid's internet down. And not only did they shut it down, but they put a lien on the account so that his parents couldn't open up the account without paying off the lien of about $500 or something like that. Just sort of the max you could do, because he made it look like there was a delinquent account. And then the kid like said, while I was even gone, the kid like said something to him on Twitter, shitty. So the guy, no shit, somehow used his personal info to get into his, I think he was on Sprint, his Sprint account, and shut down the kid's 3G from his Sprint account. And I never, ever, ever heard from that kid again, and it was glorious. You kid just subscribed. Thank you very much. It probably doesn't reflect the best upon me, and I know that a lot of you would say that I did something bad or that I participated or encouraged, but no joke, I was like asleep. I was taking a nap, And when I woke up, I saw all of the Twitter messages just going everywhere. And I really don't think that kid ever did anything to me ever again, and it was gone. So that's what happened to him. And Kyoko, I have not forgotten about you. I'm going to answer Kyoko's question before I get to the second part of yours. The workout is going good. We're doing the workouts you made for us. We're kind of done with day 1. We're going to be starting day 2, probably week 2 this week. And we're doing a hodgepodge. We're doing weightlifting too, so sometimes it'll be like for a general workout, let's do Kyoko's workout. If it's arm or leg day or something like that, we'll do weights on our own. And for me, just recently, my body has finally decided to cooperate and get to the point where it is starting to gain strength. I'm not really losing like weight or fat, but I'm gaining a lot of muscle. Like I can actually increase my weight on these machines, which feels good. What the f— Okay, for once. That was strange. So, I'm hitting a point where I'm starting to increase my weight and beef up. Getting stronger. Mohammed just subscribed. Who's this? Mohammed Shanoon has just subscribed. So it's working. We're getting there. The Russian twists that you recommended were especially useful to me, even though I really hate them because I'm lazy. And as a really tall person, they're about twice as hard as they are on a shorter person. But I guess that just means I'm working harder. So I'm getting stronger. My abs are stronger. My legs are a lot stronger. My arms and chest are just starting to get there. I've got a damaged shoulder still, so it's taking a little bit to do anything with chest because it's very difficult, or shoulder because it's very difficult. What's my max bench press? Oh, it's nothing impressive. Max bench press right now is probably like... Right now, today, if I had to go max, I'd be pretty happy with like bench pressing about 160 to 170. The max I've ever done was probably like 190. I've never been super amazing on bench press. Just how it is, right? And as for the diet, I think that was the second part of Kyoko's question. Thank you for subscribing. Nate Dog, Gucci, Hugh Kid, Illuminati Confirmed, Mohammed. When are you going to start changing your diet? I try really hard to change my diet, but it's an Achilles heel of sorts. The number one thing I'm focusing on, I don't believe that I have the willpower to exercise every day and to continually eat super healthy every day. So what I've tried to do is remove sweets from the diet. Not like... I know it's crazy in America especially to say you're not going to eat sugar, because sugar is in everything. You can go get like oatmeal and it has sugar in it. But I'm trying no candy bars, no desserts, no milkshakes, no ice cream. I was especially bad about ice cream. None of that kind of stuff. We're removing all that crapola, and I'm just eating normal food. I'm trying to eat more salads and stuff like that. Jessica really hates salads, so it's kind of hard for her to convince to get them. And the other thing that hurts me is staying up till like 5 a.m. every night and eating dinner at 4 a.m. or whatever before I go to bed. It means that there's very limited healthy choices available, so it's a slow process. Sweets are mostly gone. I'll still do a cheat day once every week or two, but I've wiped the sweets. Now I just gotta stop wiping the fats and the really, not the fats, the really saturated, like the really bad kind of bread, like butter biscuits and shit like that. I could probably use to get rid of and do more like brown rice. There we go, didn't get a headshot out of it. So, back to the other question that we had from DDog94. Math curriculum. How bad is the math curriculum? I find the math curriculum in the US to be especially bad because part of the, or not part, but a lot of the schools have adopted Common Core, which I did spawned by the same guy that just killed me, which is awesome. I really don't like Common Core for a lot of reasons. It's more okay for language and conversational skills if you don't speak English as your first language, which is an issue here in the US, than it is for math. For math, they've done a lot of very strange things and replaced the standard rubrics, like, you know, you carry the 1 and you multiply that by this by putting the numbers on top of each other, and there's like a set way to do long division, and you learn your tens places and stuff like that. And these rubrics, while they're not exactly easy, doing long division has never been easier, it's never been fun. They work for a reason. Most of them work based on the understanding of the tens of our decimal system, of our places, like power values. Like, you know, 100 is 10 times more than 10, and 10 is 10 times more than 1. So even though they are a little bit annoying and cumbersome, they give students a very good understanding of the numbers and what you're doing. When you multiply 10 by 40, it's just 4 tens, right? It makes sense. Or it's 40 tens, or it could be, anyway, back on track, or 4 hundreds. However, what they've done is replaced those sort of mathematical rubrics with these new rubrics, which I will admit are much easier to calculate answers from. Use the dot method, which you've seen. The dot method just drives me bananas. Where you write down the number. I don't even know how to describe this, how strange it is. You'll have to Google it. You like write down the number 4, and the number 4 has 5 points. So you write down 5 dots, and then you take your 5 dots and you do something with the other, like 4 times 5, and then 5 has 3 points, and then you multiply that by something plus or minus 1, and it's this really strange rubric, and it calculates an answer very quickly, but it doesn't teach you anything about what you're actually doing or the power system that we use for our mathematics. So what happens is you have a lot of students that if I told them to calculate 27 times 14, they can actually do that pretty quickly with the dot method. They can sit there and they can dot that shit out and get an answer. However, what they cannot do, what they have no capacity to do, is to do 27 times 14 in their head. They can't do that. Because the dot method does not teach them the tools or the underlying mechanics behind what they're doing. So if I did 27 times 14, I'll hold my calculator up in my hand so you know I'm not cheating. 27 times 14, that would be 270, because 10 times... I'm going to break the 10 into 2 parts. And 14, that'll be 10 and 4. So that's 270, and then 4 times 27, it's 4 times 25, which would be 100, and then 2 times 4, which is 8, that'd be 108, plus 270, that would be 378. That's how you learn how to do it with a standard rubric. So I'm going to do that. I think it's, what, 378. So let's do 27 times 14. Yep, 378. So I was right. But if you learn the dot method, you'll never be able to do that. You'll never be able to have that sort of guesstimation or estimation in your head. It just does not function that way, which is a detriment to our students. And it's a detriment in the workplace because you can't get good estimations or understandings of what you're doing. You're forced to look at pure calculations and numbers. Henrique disagrees, says there's no abstraction using the dot system. All I know is that if I went, and as an engineer today, like if somebody hired me and told me to come and... is that an icon for subs on Twitch by some people's names? Yeah, it's Jimmy Willix has subscribed. Thank you, man. That for people that sponsor the channel, they get the notification right there. If I were to go work as an engineer and they just asked me a quick estimation problem, something, or if somebody walked in on my work and they saw me writing dots on the board and using the dot system, I guarantee you I would be fired immediately. There is no tolerance for such nonsense in the workplace. Like, they would not allow me to work. I would just be immediately terminated. It would be very, very bad for me. So that's bad. And what happens is, when kids learn this as their basic building block of math, they're going to carry it with them their whole life. It's one of the first things they learn. It's very hard to unlearn these sort of things. That's 1. I need to get 8 this game. Ah, it's a second too slow. So they're not going to unlearn it in college, which makes it like they go to college and they want to learn some higher level math class, and they go in and they don't understand the fundamentals at all, or, you know, in a best case, understand them as well as they should. That was a very fast death. Then it's going to be not so great for all the students. There we go, picked you off. We got to get 6 more headshots. Like, it's not good for anybody. Nobody wants to go to college and be the dunce and to be made fun of and have everybody tell them that, you know, you don't know what you're doing and stuff like that. Nobody wants that. Ah! Fireside Lemons, good to know that the Drifter hoodies are ash resistant, man. That's good to know. I would hate to get them ashy. Personally, that would be bad. That was a miss. I was over here looking at this. Mr. Bean can do calculus? Yes. The guy that plays Mr. Bean actually has genius level IQ. I believe he has a degree in, what is it, chemical engineering or something like that. He can do quite a lot of calculus, as a matter of fact. But if I remember correctly, he also has a stutter. And one of the reasons he got into acting was to help practice his stuttering issue. And I knew I was not going to get a headshot there, but I just wanted to keep him busy. Yep, the grenades were also to keep him busy. That should make him back up for just a sec. Nope, didn't back up. That was dumb. Should have backed up, buddy. Didn't get the headshot in. Tried, but didn't get it.
Our UAV is online. Losing Bravo. We've taken the lead.
Whew. Typing was fun. Yeah, typing. Oh, Mr. Bean is electrical engineering. Then chemical is probably, Dolph Lundgren, I think, is chemical engineering then. This guy is killing me, like, just two-shotting me as he turns the corners.
We've lost the lead.
It doesn't feel right. That's that good old MWR lag for you. No headshot, no dice. I bet he comes through here. After I get... Wait. Okay, I thought I ran past the person there. After I get done with this, it ought to be a good bit easier. Just get kills with this gun. It takes forever and a day. I guess I could play ground war. Probably will play ground war to get the kills.
Strongest muscle.
Come on, get that long-range headshot, Brad. Do it. Saucy Sam donated 777 to cancel out that 666. A holy number. Says, how's the weather? Oh, that is retarded, man. Texas weather is so stupid. It snowed 2 days ago, and it was 75 outside today. And it's projected to get up to 80 later this week, and then freeze by next weekend. So it's Texas weather just can't make up its mind. We get all the seasons of the year in like a week here. It's pretty crazy. I do kind of like it overall here. Texas is a nice spot. The weather is, well, outside of the transitional seasons, predictably hot. Transitional seasons are a mess, though. Am I going to get some juice out of that? I think I did.
Enemy UAV is airborne.
Do people still play Battlefield 1? Hell yeah, they do. Dude, people play a lot of Battlefield 1. What are you talking about? Hell, I still play Battlefield 1 almost every day. I don't post content for it every single day because it's a, you know, I'm used to doing a lot of COD here on the channel, but Battlefield 1 is still very bumping, I'll let you know. And I have no issues getting matches or servers or anything. I don't think the community servers are working how EA intended, right? But the game is populated, so that's not an issue at all. Oh my lord. The M16, I just cannot hit people that are moving. I've just got no skill. What are you doing up here? Oh my lord. Somebody's up there in one of those little weird spots again.
Losing Charlie.
Yeah, terribility. It can indeed be dumb like that sometimes. I'll throw a stun grenade over here so I can catch somebody.
Enemy UAV is airborne.
Really? Okay. Well, I guess he had me figured pretty well then.
Enemy UAV is airborne. Secure the guy.
I can take one of these back.
Enemy
Minimize
UAV
the
is
spread, and that's it. That's a fucking rocket launcher. That guy's dead. You know what? I don't want to go down that long B alley. I think this is going to be a better spot. No headshot again. Yikes. Maybe it's because I'm not subbed to BF1 players. There's a lot of people playing BF1. You'd be surprised. There's like a lot of old school COD commentators that are doing a lot of BF1 in their downtime. Nope, nothing's going on as much as Overwatch though. Like, people are doing more Overwatch in their downtime than anything I've ever seen. Frisbee says, I'd like to hear more of your thoughts on American math education. Well, I can offer you them.
securing C.
As another issue that we've got with American math education
Halftime.
is that we don't advance very quickly. Zaid Muhammad says, Drifter, any tips for a future mechanical engineering major? Learn to love your calculus. Get really good at your calculus classes and everything else will be much, much easier. Jump Shot, Drop Shot King has just subscribed. Thank you. So what we do in America is fairly early on we'll learn addition and subtraction, which is good because those are important. And then one of the other things we'll learn is we'll learn about some multiplication and then finally division. So we'll do like addition and subtraction in like first grade. And then we'll do multiplication and division in some capacity second or third grade respectively. And then for the most part, we don't really learn anything new until maybe 6th or 7th grade or 7th year. So I'm trying to think of the right way to describe it. There we go, there's a little headshot. Yeah, it's so satisfying. Yeah. You'll learn it, and then you'll learn it again the next year, but just with bigger numbers. And that shouldn't matter as much. And then it'll be, I don't know how long. I don't know, you might do, like, a couple years in, you'll do fractions, and then you'll do percentages, which is essentially just another type of fraction. Young Savage has subscribed. Thank you, man. And all that ends up happening is you waste a couple of years of math education. In public school, I was fortunate enough to learn some of this. I had some Asian students come in, and they were like, what do you mean you're only doing this? Like, they would just finish all the coursework in minutes because by the time they were in 2nd or 3rd grade, they were already doing long division. And it's not even about the fact that Asians are smarter at math or they try harder or anything. Was that a bad guy? Did I walk right into him? I don't know what I just did there. But they just decided to accelerate the teaching schedule because once you get the principles behind addition and subtraction, and then you do multiplication and division, the scaling part of it is not that hard, nor is it that necessary to master that rigorously. So, as much as I talk about people that can't mental math, all that stuff, it's not super important to prove that you can long divide 6-digit numbers. There's no reason to do that in real life. Like, once you demonstrate you understand the main concepts, it should be fine, and you can move on to other more useful subjects. In the United States, we don't do that. We just make these kids multiply 5- and 6-digit numbers, and they're like, oh, well, clearly they've mastered it now, and maybe we'll teach you some basic fractions, but not as much about what fractions are or why they're useful. Oh, God. I'm dead. I'm dead. What? Terribility, I'm sorry that you have issues with multiplication. It is common sense stuff. Some people are weaker at learning these rules than others. That's human nature. Some people are better at language, some are better at math. But none of it is so complicated that you shouldn't be able to learn it, Terribility. None of it's so hard that it should be impossible for you, right? We also have issues in the US of not teaching any real life skills. You've probably heard my commentary on it, or even seen the little song, like, I can tell you that chlorophyll, that plants are green because they're mostly chlorophyll, because green is the most energetic spectrum of light, but I couldn't necessarily tell you how to pay my taxes. I can tell you mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, but I couldn't tell you all of my civil rights. I know that I was very blessed that I went to a school where we covered basic governance and Bill of Rights and stuff like that. But any additional court cases or specifics like right to trial by attorney, right to representation, a lot of additional rights, right to privacy, not even discussed. Not even a little bit. Couldn't tell you anything about them. No, while I was in school, I learned some. Sean the Bomb donated $3 to say, Drift, love your videos. Keep up the great work. By the way, I just joined Team Drift on Play PS4. Thanks, Sean the Bomb. I appreciate the donation. Glad to have your support all the way. And I have not gotten very many headshots this game. It's kind of funny, no matter how low you set your bar, you will always miss it. It's like, only got to get 5 this game, and I'm not going to get 5 because I'll just get ahead of myself, right? There we go. That might have been it. Is that going to be it, or do I need to get one more? I think I got to get one more. I bet there's a fucking dude over... It's always some dude over here.
Enemy UAV is airborne.
Well, now I'm gonna get fucked.
Securing Bravo.
9th grade says we're learning substitution. What the fuck is substitution? What the hell is substitution? What are you talking about, man? Kill Prone, can you please elaborate? What the hell is substitution? And Sam Solage, I am completely aware that not doing Infinite Warfare in depth is going to hurt my channel tremendously, I would say, in good old Donald Trump terms. It's not good for me at all. But I've made my choice, and I'm going to stick with it. I bet I was one off. Son of a beaver! Oh boy, one off. Grant Parton, there are a lot of dangers of artificial intelligence, mostly that we won't need to work. Yep, robots, you're right. Between grades 5 and 7, you didn't really learn much. It's kind of useless. If you're talking Gaming Nimbus, I don't think he's talking about the substitution method of calculus. Oh, kill prone. Okay. He's talking about substitution like basic calculus, like 5 plus x equals 9. What is x? X is 4. Yeah. So the substitution method, kill prone, what you're learning is kind of you're learning how to ask questions or how to answer math questions. Stuff like, okay, I know that I need 50, let's say I work for a beer company and I need 50 pallets of beer for my customers. And I've only got 37 in the warehouse. How many do I need? And they'll teach you that as in 37 plus x equals 50. What is x? And in that sense, it's very easy. It's plug and chug. And but they'll add a lot more layers and complication to it, and you'll say, why is it necessary to write it that way? That's because not all questions are easy like that. Not all questions are one step to solve. Some questions might take 100 steps to solve. Some are too big for the human brain to even remember all in one chunk, so you have to write them down. And Octoflow coming in from Singapore, talking about their education system is all about getting better grades than others. I've been to Singapore. I actually know a teacher there, so I'm familiar with how rigorous your education system can be. And as they say, the failures go to Australia to go to college because they can't get into the good Singapore college. Woo. Singapore has a lot of bright students, but the number one thing that Singapore is doing incorrectly is by forcing these students to just get good grades, they're forcing more rote memorization, and they're forcing them to compete against each other and kind of try to crush one another for good grades, which isn't very good. There's a lot of other countries that focus on learning the concepts and learning being fun and group work and things like that versus just grinding everything out for good grades. Okay, there we go. There we go. I've got my headshot challenge. So now what I need to do is swap guns to one with no attachments. And now I just get to kill people, so this is easy. And there's nothing wrong with competing for good grades. But if you do that, you can drive your kids crazy. You can see what happens in, you can look up Korea, I believe is a good example. Same thing with Japan. The children are extremely competitive, even to the point for depression. The children in some cases work harder than adults. It's not uncommon for, if you're a good student, you'll also have a job as a tutor. It's just brutal. You don't give children any time to be children, and they kind of have miserable lives because of it. So it's not something I would ever recommend. There is a value in hard work, even in educational hard work. There is a value in competition. There is a value in grinding things out. But there's no value in grinding yourself to dust, in punishing yourself, and, you know, making your life and everybody else's life miserable around you. That's not a good system. That's not a system I'd ever want to support or be a part of. So that's not what I would ever recommend. I would be much happier with students that understand. Oh, you like the look of the deagle? Here. There goes a little deagle for you. If I were a teacher, I'd be much happier with students that understand the concepts and can put it on paper and work it out, even if they're a little bit slower than, say, the Koreans that just have done this for a billion years, than I would be with people that only know one trick up their sleeve. They know these problems only from experience. They don't have the ingenuity to necessarily solve them as unique problems, but just because they've seen them before. So this guy's probably going to drop down from up top. I need to be a little careful here. Okay, so they chose not to go that way, which is a little weird. No, that's my philosophy. Maybe I'm wrong. I had a lot of professors like that, and it was kind of nice. They were not as interested in grinding us into pace for their amusement. I need to get the hell out of here. This is usually a pretty good hiding spot. They typically don't see me over here. If anybody does come this way, they'll probably assume that I'm down below. There we go. We talked a lot about education today. Quite a lot, actually. More than I ever expected to talk about on stream. But I suppose the majority of my audience is students. And before anybody gets shitty and talks about being middle school students, actually, statistically, if I go and I look at my YouTube analytics, the majority of my audience is college students. It's a little bit different. Most people's biggest audience is either middle school or high school. I guess I've got a slightly more educational gaming channel, so it's a little different, but it's whatever. I'll blow through this challenge. So every kill I get counts toward it. Adam Hernandez. Oh man, we're just playing some COD here. Turbo Neon says, I'm 30 and I'll tell you 95% of the stuff you learn in school is worthless. That is almost true to an extent. I'm afraid to say it quite like that because I don't want to encourage anybody here to not learn. But you're right that a lot of the stuff you learn you're not going to use. I don't use any of the stuff I learned about cellular biology. I don't use the stuff I learned about history, unfortunately, except when it comes to my voting habits. But one of the things you're supposed to learn is instead of just rote memorization, you're supposed to learn how to learn. You were supposed to learn... And it sounds crazy. You're supposed to learn how to study, how to absorb information, how to do things you're terrible at, even. That's a skill that you need, is to, so I'm linguistically weak when it comes to learning other languages, but the education that I got by forcing me to learn Spanish made it much easier for me to later in life learn bits of Chinese and Korean and other languages. I'm not multilingual, don't make that mistake. But I do learn how to read foreign languages very quickly, and I learn how to, I learn the important phrases very quickly.
Enemy UAV is airborne.
The attachment challenges won't count because you can't do them on the same gun within one game. Okay, Alpha Wolf, if that is true, then I'm going to go ahead and leave. It's different than rage quitting. I just need to reset here and make sure it counts. I'm going to, Alpha Wolf, I'm going to see if that's true. And it looks like you are correct. Alright, I'll put my red tiger on. And I guess I will be getting back to work then. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate it. I'm going to go to Ground War to do the rest of this. Whew. Let's look at the chat. Whew. But it says Obama is gone. Sad face. I don't believe he has passed away yet. But I'm pretty sure that he will no longer be president in, I think, a couple of days. Let's see. Terribility says, hey Drifter, what's your opinion on the Infinite Warfare bans and resets? My opinion is, good on them. People were using glitches to get unlimited crypto keys and all kind of BS like that, and anybody that did that, knowing that it was a glitch and co-opting the system, deserves to be banned and or reset. I feel no sympathy for them whatsoever. I just got a very interesting email. I may, if it is what I think it is, I may read it here on stream for you guys. Give you a little taste of what the business email is like. See if I can creep around. Okay, that went great. That went glorious. Glorious, glorious, glorious. Matthew Coleman just subscribed. Thank you, Matthew Coleman. Appreciate it, Mandingo. Shouldn't say that. That's kind of a racist term, unfortunately. I wanted to think of a clever way to say man, but I said Mandingo. I just never... I'd heard the word before. I didn't know what it meant until I saw Django Unchained. I don't think the Mandingo fighting was a historically accurate thing because it was so incredibly wasteful, but It definitely did change my opinion, and I am getting shit stomped right now. My god. I should have just stayed in the other game for my state of mind and well-being, because I'm getting butchered here. I don't like using irons on this gun, but I suppose I have to. Thanks for the assist, buddy. Just need to move in and spawn kill him a bit. Get some nice... Oh, there's that MP44. It's so fun, but I shouldn't pick it up. I need to leave, because that's going to get me dead if I sit there for too long. Nerds. What nerds? Come on. I know you want to come play. You came to play. That's cool.
Our UAV is online. Enemy UAV is airborne. Losing Bravo.
Okay, that guy got him. Got him! Perfecto mundo. Go prone here, they're usually not ready for it. Oh, we got a friendly airstrike coming in. Hey, Yeti Games, good to see you, man. Stolen Goals has just subscribed. Good to see you, Stolen Goals. Thank you for subbing. Appreciate it, man. Yep, we just camping that one out. Oh, you got knifed. You got knifed hard, kid. I'll probably catch another person rushing in this door in just a second. Probably.
Friendly helicopter on the way.
Ah, that's okay. See if I can call in. Oh, my helichopper is not available. 99999.
Our UAV is online.
Yeti Games, you are correct. Raising the minimum wage is not as simple as it is often painted to be. It is a multifaceted thing that affects the economy in many different ways. And an increase of overall prices is definitely something that can happen as a result of a minimum wage increase. It's when it comes to like the economy, it's a lot of, instead of a lot of guaranteed, it's a lot of, well, if you want X, you can do Y. Or it'll probably do X, but it might also do Y. It's just not simple, so.
Enemy UAV is airborne.
Now the chat's getting a little racist now that we're talking about fast food workers.
Friendly airstrike on the way.
I think what's more problematic even than minimum wage is problematic. Hey Rogue, good to see you, for a lot of reasons. Though not necessarily a bad thing. I don't want you guys to think I'm like Mr. Burns over here shitting on minimum wage workers, because that's not true. I'm just thinking from a pure economic standpoint. It's complicated, okay? But what's more damaging economically than minimum wage is rent control housing. Like, any sort of time you have fixed price, like rent control, either high or low, where you can't sell above a certain price, or like an HOA where you can't sell below a certain price, you screw up the natural supply and demand of the housing market, and you end up in really weird situations. And it just kind of encourages people to cheat and break the law in increasingly clever ways. So, it's not something I would support. Yep, Abbas Akbar says it very correctly. The art of economics is not looking at the immediate effects, but rather the unattended ones as well. Minimum wage is hard because it is both inflationary, and he's writing some more stuff. And demand is a function of cost. You can't increase demand for labor without also increasing its cost. So it's complicated. So if you increase the cost of labor, you'll decrease its demand. So that's one of the neat things that people have said about minimum wage, is that it mostly only hurts teenagers and stuff. Like, if you want the... what's the right word? the people that are going to get fired when you raise minimum wage is mostly teenagers and younger workers that don't really need it. They tend not to fire their older workers, the single moms and stuff. Those people don't get pooped on. And Samuel Clark has a good thing. Says McDonald's workers want the same amount as a person that went to college and now has debt makes. That's very complicated as well. Perfect Plasma, I do not have a Wii U, and I definitely have heard of Super Smash Bros. Man, I've played a lot of Super Smash Bros. Did that just override my helicopter? Yes, it did. Awesome. I had a helicopter, now it's gone. Super Smash Bros. Is a great series. I've played it. Not competitively, but with my wife and a lot of other people, and it's a good game. I like it. I just got snapped right there. Just got snippety snipped. I wonder if the helicopter, if it's going to murder me, or if it'll get in position for me to use the machine gun on it. Wish I could see more than jack shit with this. It's probably going to target me. There we go. Thank you for the tip, man. That's a real easy way to take out whirly birds. Are you paid by Activision, Driftor? Okay, so let's do a little, just take a second of logic here, okay? If I was paid by Activision, don't you think I would probably be uploading and/or praising more Infinite Warfare? Just humor me here, right? If Activision paid me at all, much less as much as many people accuse me of, don't you think I would be all over that Infinite Warfare dick? But if you look at my channel, how much IW do you see? Pretty much none. What little bit there is, it's not very positive about it, so... Are you paid? Because a lot of people say you are paid, all caps. Like what? Yeah, people say all kind of shit. People say the Earth is flat and that the Nazis built a base on the moon or under the... in the center of the Earth, and that reptilian aliens want our women because they're infertile, and, you know, Nessie and Bigfoot hang out and have, you know, ice cream socials on the weekend, but it doesn't take hardly any critical thinking to look at my channel. Like, if I really was paid by Activision, I'd be like, hey guys, Drifter here, today we're reviewing more Infinite Warfare variants, the best game on the planet with no flaws. I have so much fun playing this. If you want good guns, spend a lot of money and buy these supply drops, because supply drops are totally fair and balanced. Blurp, 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 blurp. No, you don't see that. And besides, just a pro tip for all of you. FTC requirements on YouTube are a serious thing. Anything that's a sponsorship or with conflicts of interest, you have to disclose it now. There's no hiding it. There's no BSing it. There's no getting around it, right? You don't get to opt out of disclosures. Yeah, Samuel Clark, you're joking. Have you seen the Call of Duty mobile game in Australia? Literally the entire game is about acquiring supply drops. I'm not even making jokes like people say IW is supply drop heavy. No, I mean the entire goal of the game is to get better units. It's like in MOBA, kind of. Drifter MWR says I subscribe, but my name wasn't on screen. Sometimes it's a little bit slow. Yeah, sometimes it is a little bit slow. I do have new subscriptors, Zooey Z, Fuji C, and Blake Hewitt. Thank you, man. Going a bit negative here, getting a bit pinched. But no, everything is, like... So, today I got paid by EA, and you're gonna say, he was paid by EA. That's why he's not doing Infinite Warfare. No, it was an appearance fee for Gamescom, and they paid me for Gamescom, and they paid me to fly to LA and stream Battlefield 1 2 days for their launch streams. I got an appearance fee, and because they're EA and they're a giant company, it takes like forever to process these sort of things. So my payment literally just now got processed. So, is T. Martin paid by Activision? No, he wishes he was. Hell, I wish I was paid by Activision. I play enough Activision games, for God's sake. But... There we go, that should have been a challenge. No, he's not. I remember one time, I heard a rumor about getting paid by Activision, right? Like, I heard that some people were getting paid. And I was like, T. Martin, did you get paid? And he's like, no, let me call Jimmy. Jimmy, do you get paid? And they just like called a bunch of people, and everybody was, see you, Mike Sincora. And we, like, all the commentators called each other around in like 30 minutes, and nobody got paid. And they're like, where did this rumor come from? Who started it? I want to get paid. Drifter MWR, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it, man. Welcome to the team. Jedi Ryan, I was thinking about doing some later on, some Titanfall 2. Fireside Lemons, well, sorry to see you, man. Matthew Ebert, I think that is Simon B that thinks I'm crazy. We don't necessarily see eye to eye on almost anything on the planet, so it'll be a little bit. My nose itches. Itches a lot. Let's see. I'm gonna see if I can read this email I got. I think it's gonna be a funny one.
The heart is the strongest muscle.
I think it's gonna be a funny email, so I'm gonna try to read it here on stream. Can't read you too many of the business emails, though. Let's see. No, that's not it. Never mind. That's actually a real email. Oh well, that was a real one. I thought it was like, I get a lot of people that hit me up wanting me to do multi-level marketing, like Mary Kay or like the supplement companies and stuff. I don't even try to remember all their names. There's a bunch of scummy companies. So, and they're like, Drifter, with your YouTube audience, if you encourage people to... Zach Willie, thank you for subscribing, man. I appreciate it. And Harabri, thank you for subscribing. They're like, Drifter, with your YouTube audience, if you just told your fans to sign up for Herbalife, that's it, Herbalife. All your fans could get Herbalife, and you would make so much money, and you could get all these people under you, and me and you could be millionaires and stuff. And I'm like, sorry, I don't do pyramid schemes. It is not a pyramid scheme. It is a serious herb selling company that it will revolutionize health, something, benefits. I'm not sure at that point. I tend to tune people out because I know it's not real. A lot of people just get sucked into that kind of stuff, though. It's unfortunate. A lot of smart, well-meaning people, too. Not everybody that does that are dum-dums, and I think we need to move this out of the way because the AC is booting back up.
UAV recon standing by. Friendly chopper on the way. Our UAV is online. Enemy
I
UAV
think
is
there's a
airborne.
good way for me to move forward at the moment, so I'm just going to move back. My lord, what hit me there? Came through 2 walls. Getting a lot of UAV assists. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Get away from my team. Get away from my team! Fireside Lemons, if you don't like people asking for shoutouts, you are a mod. You are more than welcome to hand them some timeouts, man. Or even bans if they're too aggressive.
Airstrike standing by. Friendly airstrike on the way.
Ah! I killed myself with the damn airstrike. Too smart, guys.
Our UAV is online.
It's one of those genius moves, you know. Only geniuses are capable of such things.
Airborne.
Cool guy just subscribed. Thank you, man. Yeah, Yeti Games, you're right. Anytime they say it's not a pyramid scheme, it's definitely a pyramid scheme. Rogue, well, I'm actually glad that you prefer MWR. Because even though I don't like it, I want people to enjoy things and have happy lives and to get value out of their purchases. So if you like MWR, I'm glad to hear it. I personally do not. I can't play it or be a part of it, really. Maybe outside of zombies. But I am glad to hear that you're enjoying it, Rogue.
Enemy UAV is airborne. UAV recon standing by. Our UAV is online.
What? Kind of surprised he saw me through the fire. Most times when he sits... Oh, I was not... I was too far to the right of the fire. That was stupid. This little hole. Whoop, I see you. Too late for me, though. I got snip-snap. One Puff says, "Hey Drifter, what's your opinion on legal cannabis?" Well, given your username, I can guess what your opinion is. I'm all for legal cannabis. I think it's a good thing. I think it can easily be used as a medication in many circumstances. Relatively low addiction potential, if any. Maybe psychologically addiction. I don't really see an issue with it, except I would prefer that people that smoke weed do not drive. Unfortunately, driving while high is almost as big a part of the weed culture as it is about alcohol. They're like, oh man, I've only had a little bit, I'm totally good to drive. And that's just so not right, because you're putting so many other people's lives at risk when you're doing that. It's so irresponsible. Like, when people's lives are on the line, I don't give one single solitary flying fuck about what you think is comfortable or a good idea. You don't get to gamble with people's lives. And you're like, it's no gambling, I can drive great when I'm high. Like, I don't give a fuck if you can drive great when you're high. The fact that you drive while you're high and think it's okay only enables and encourages other people that can't handle their shit to do it. So, don't do that. I missed a donation while checking my email. Uh-oh, Sawyer Thornley, sorry about that. Let me check it out. I did indeed miss a donation. Sorry about that, D-Dog. D-Dog says, how come some original machinima creators, such as yourself, have blown up in subscribers, but other creators, like Shibby2142, haven't even broken through 500k subs? D-Dog, the shortest answer there is that life happens and things are complicated. I can't give you a solid, guaranteed reason. It's the same reason that some people are rich and others are poor, or some people are successful and others are not. Sometimes things work out for people, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes people make bad decisions. Sometimes some people gave up after machinima. Some people stopped gaming. There's college. There's a lot of things can go wrong in a life. Not everybody, and you're not guaranteed success after X number of subscribers. Lord knows I'm not. I'm sitting on 1.2 million. And to be perfectly honest with you, my recent decisions to not post Infinite Warfare, it cost me thousands of subscribers. I'm bleeding, losing, hemorrhaging subscribers every day. But I'm going to stick by my convictions and continue to do what I believe in. I think it'll work out in the long run, but that just hitting one point of success, like in my case, like 1 million or so subs, doesn't guarantee me anything like that. I mean, I can still fuck up all sorts of stuff. Zach Wiley, why don't you prestige? That is because I need to have all of the weapons available for in-depth. Because if I do not have them for in-depth, I may not use them. Drifter MWR, he says, my dad was a developer at Raven Software. I was super pissed when he told his boss said they were to add microtransactions. He was also pissed. I believe it. I didn't get a chance to talk to the Raven devs about their overall opinions on microtransactions, but my experience has been that devs in general, Call of Duty devs in general, do not like them. They do not like them being added in later, especially. So it really wouldn't surprise me if what you said is true. Yeah, we're pretty much getting shit stomped now. That's how this map goes. Come on, run out here and don't die. Come on. Oh my god, they're in my spawn. Now I spawn right beside him. Just put me back in this hole every time. That's what's so brutal about this map. Once you start spawning back there, you're just as good as dead. Bog is really not so great of a map to me. Mostly because the spawns in this map are so bad. And I have to use these ugly, clunky iron sights to get long-range kills. I'm getting shit on here today, guys. Be patient with me, okay? I'm trying, team. I'm trying to turn this around. It's improbable that I'm going to be able to capture this stupid hill as well. Ah! I didn't think he was going to go get me, and now I'm back in the death hole, baby. Yes. The death hole. It's what they called my girlfriend's blank. What? I'm a spawn. Damn it. X-Gain, I'm glad you like the Epic Dream series. It's not a discontinued series, I still do them, I just haven't had as many Epic Dreams lately. Simple as that. Just slowing down, running out of energy here. I'm getting kind of frustrated with the spawn trapping. I could like to repay the favor, but I'm just going to get sniped. Says, hey Drifter, you looking forward to the DC Universe movies? I am. I think the one I'm looking forward to most is Ben Affleck's Batman movie called The Batman. I think that could be fantastic, because he was an amazing Batman, let's be honest. Ben Affleck was the Batman we all deserve. The movies, maybe not as much, but the Batman was the awesome part of it. Ben Affleck is a great actor. He is an Oscar-winning director and screenwriter, and he wants to write, direct, and star in his own Batman movie, so I say, all power to you, Mr. Affleck. You go ahead and make the Batman movie of your dreams. I see. Oh my god, there's so many of them. I'm losing my patience with the map right now. That's what I'm doing. So I need to get my shit back together and not get sniped. I can't goddamn see people that they're so far away with my clunky ass, shitty ass iron sights. I get sniped again. Whew. It's not like there's anywhere I can go or any like strategy here. It's just a big, stupid, open map. With death everywhere is all it is.
Our UAV is online. We're about to win this one.
I can't even see half the enemies I'm aiming at. That's the enemy airstrike, so I'll pull the fuck away from that.
Enemy UAV is airborne.
Be patient and ride this map out.
Our UAV is online.
My lord. It's like a competition to see how many L's I can take before the game ends. I know people like to snipe and bog, but god damn.
Enemy UAV is airborne. Losing Bravo.
It'd be so much better if I could see a little bit of something, but vision's really limited here.
UAV recon standing by.
Such a clunky
UAV is online.
set of iron sights.
Enemy UAV is airborne.
Whip! Got some people killed. Whew!
Hoorah.
That was rough.
Mission accomplished.
Peter Ratto, I don't read very many DC comics. I mean, I read The Sandman, so I guess that's technically DC. Or is that Dark Horse? No, it might be Vertigo. Yeah, you're right, Yeti Games. Bog is where you either dominate or get dominated with very, very little middle ground at all. It's a very good place to get pooped on. Whew, that was some sweat on my part. Some absolute sweat. Alrighty, I am going to vote for strike because that was AIDS. Should have some new camos unlocked, though. Yeah, we're making progress. Got the dragon skin camo. I feel like I've been playing with the M16 forever. It just takes a very long time. But patience will win out. Everything Tech Time, I'm sorry if the subscription thingy didn't show. I did get subscribers from UK Snakehead and H. Bari, Zach Wiley, Willie Wiley, Willard Weiler, who knows? Zach Willie Wiley, Widowmaker, Zach Widowmaker, who knows?
The heart is the strongest muscle.
D-Dog donated 94. Do you have any rage stories? Let's see. He wants a rage story. Whoop! I'm falling out of my chair. A rage story. I'm not sure if you mean a personal rage story or gaming rage. I can do a little bit of both, I suppose. We'll start with personal. I do get road rage a bit when people drive very aggressively without reason. I've had people... The thing that makes me the most crazy on the road is when traffic is slow, right? It's just everything's backed up. Traffic's going to be slow. You can go as fast as you want and you're just going to hit a dead end. Yet when this happens, I have people that will race me as fast as they possibly... I get sniped. Snipers are so strong in this game. They will just like floor it and zip in and out of traffic and do all sorts of aggressive, dangerous driving even to move up one car space. It's in a lot of ways the most pitiful thing I've ever seen. Is that they're gonna do this, they're gonna pass me, and they're gonna almost flank in a sense, and zip in and out, and they're gonna move up just one car space, just one like inch, and then be forced to slow down. And I'm like, dude, you almost caused a wreck for what? It makes me so irrationally angry when people do that. I have to very greatly fight a real desire to ram them off the road. It feels to me almost appropriate or worth the cost of destroying my car to run these people off the road and crash them and ruin their day, to teach them a lesson for being so aggressive, for being so reckless and, in some sense, downright mean to people. So, that's really hard. Happened to me the other day. I almost used my Tesla to fishtail somebody. I don't like it when people touch me without permission. That's a really good way to get punched. I mean, fan meetups and stuff, I'm expecting it, so it's alright. Skeletor Plus donated $3. Thank you for the donation. We have some questions about VR. I will, I will answer that in just a second. I've got to fight through this horde of enemies and question first. That helicopter is probably going to kill me. Slightly better position. Ah, I was hoping he didn't notice me quite yet. Yeah, my car is a Tesla. I would have wrecked the Tesla for that. It would have not been very smart. I think my trigger, for lack of a better word, is when people are mean for no reason, for the sport of it. I understand when you're in a rush. I understand if you're, in severe pain and your patience is low. If you feel that you've been slighted. But some people, and I don't know what their problem is, they'll go out of their way to shit on you for no reason whatsoever. They just love being indignant. And I think what gets me is they think that they're better than everybody else, or that you deserve to be treated so poorly just because you're not them and you exist. And that sort of attitude, it's kind of like the guy that's impatient and cuts you in line at Starbucks, or the people that cut you in line when you're returning an item because their time's more important than yours, and they're like, don't listen to these plebes or whatever. That drives me fucking insane. That puts me into a murderous rage, like wanting to just slap these people back down into their place. It's not healthy, I don't think, but that's how it is. I'm guessing here. What's another good one? Now for video games, I think it's a similar thing. A little similar, but not quite as much. I don't like it when people are salty for no reason. Like I joined a game in Overwatch recently that just started off with "Go kill yourself," and I'm like, we're like doing character select. Nobody said anything at all. We're just like picking our best heroes. It's like, you should go kill yourself. And I just immediately, you know what? Fuck this guy. And I immediately stopped cooperating. It's almost worth teaching them a lesson. But realistically, it just probably reinforces the idea that they're better than everybody else and everybody's stupid, right? Saltiness in games, I have smashed my old Astros, which I really wish I hadn't done because they're the collectible 2013 ones. I've smashed a scuff controller. I have punched in a TV or two. I've broken keyboards and mice, ripped clothing. I try not to do it very often. It's not a good habit. I try to be the Zen master who doesn't get angry, but it does get to me. I've been angry at an airport, super raged at an airport when they canceled for weather, when there was no weather whatsoever. That was fun. Or what's another good one? My wife actually thinks I was kind of being petty for this one, but we went to a restaurant once. What? Did I just dismiss that message? I didn't mean to do that. Like, we went to a restaurant, and I ordered pizza. It was a restaurant known for their pizza. And they come back and they say, "Oh, we're sorry, sir. We're out of pizza today. We're just out of crust. There's none left." I'm like, okay, that's alright. Well, then, I'll order this burger or whatever. And the guy comes back and he tells me the appetizer I ordered, they're also out of. I'm like, okay, sure. It's getting a little weird, but alright. And then they come back and they're like, yeah, the topping for that burger, we don't have that. I'm like, what? Okay, so that's 0 for 3. So I think I just ordered a pasta. The waiter comes back and they're like, yeah, the chef that makes our pasta isn't in today. We don't have that either. So I've ordered 4 things in a row. Super nice. I'm not being douchey. I'm like, oh, that's okay. I understand. You don't have it today. No worries. I'll just get something else. And after 4 things in a row, I'm just like, well, what the fuck do you have? I didn't say that. I was trying really hard. Like, I was starting to sweat and, like, turn red to hold back my anger on the situation. And I think my wife thought I was being petty, but it's like, dude, I'm not... I've ordered the 4 things that your restaurant is known for and been super nice and accommodating, and you just keep coming back and telling me you don't have it. Like, I'm about to just get up and leave because I need food, and this is stupid. Let's change the subject then. Let's go to the next donation question we had, which was, in the future, this is from Skeletor Plus, nice name by the way. In the future, VR will be so advanced that it will move beyond gaming. There will be a gallery of situations to pick from, and one of them called the perfect bath that will make you feel like you are taking a bath with candles and bubbles. Well, I hope that you are developing the perfect bath game, because I would very much so like to play it. I think it could be a very fun game. If you are developing the perfect bath game, let me know. I'll try out your bathtub simulator for you. Yeti Games, that was Brick House here in Dallas. Yeah, some people are saying I am really petty for being upset that none of the food I ordered is at the restaurant. Yeah, just little things like that. If you're making the perfect VR game... What? Alright, not sure if you saw that, but my shots didn't even connect. It would be neat. I'd like to play that Bath Time VR. I think that, like, VR vacations and simulations and full-on neural experiences are going to be a thing. I think they're quite a ways out. Like, it's not going to be next week. It might even be decades away. But I do think that simulations are, and even, like, really intense, like, realistic ones are going to be the way of the future. So that's a thing. Chris Johnson, the M4 is coming in order. I've got to do the M16, then the AK, then the M4. So I have a very, very long way to go. I don't even have gold on the M16 here. It just takes so long to get the camos. It takes an incredible amount of time, really. Whew, that guy saved my life. I was about to get murdered. And he did it again, but with his body, unknowingly. I'm a chef, and after the first thing you ordered wasn't available, I would have told the waiter what could have chosen from, because that annoys me when customer service is crappy. Well, Jessica Roser, thank you for the suggestion. I think after the fourth thing, I tried to ask to make sure that whatever I was ordering was available, and to be clear, I never did anything rude to the waiter. I was nothing but kind. I never had a mean word to say. He still got a tip and everything, but it was still very frustrating. Or another stupid one. One time I went to Waffle House. You'll like this one. Waffle House, the finest of establishments. And I ordered their little all-star breakfast, which is basically a waffle and a bunch of stuff. And they serve me all the food, and then they say, yeah, we're out of waffles. And I'm like, oh, can I get something else? No, because you ordered the all-star with a waffle. Oh, well then can you discount the price of the waffle? No, because the all-star has already been rung up. So I'm just like, so I just paid full price and I don't get my waffle? They're like, sorry, we don't control it. We're out of waffles. Like, that'd have been real nice if you'd have told me beforehand you didn't have any waffles, but first world problems, you know. Mash and Chaser, I think Gamer, the movie, is going to be a very long way off. Very, very long way. Yeah, Mike B, it is kind of similar. Yeti Games, I do have a PSVR, and I think that what I'm going to do is I have a new game called Lethal VR, which is like some FBI simulator I'm going to stream. I'm trying to do some scary games. I want VR to take off on this channel, but it's so very, very niche right now. It's very hard to kind of get anything going on it. No, Matthew Ebert, I'm not buying Yeezys. Mr. Thiago, nice to see you. Yeah, there were no waffles at Waffle House. Samuel Clark says in Kentucky you can still smoke in Waffle House, yeah. Jesse Inge, I have no idea how Waffle House ran out of waffles. I mean, like, given... given Waffle House, it could have just as much been, we didn't feel like cooking today. Achilles, well, I know you're late to the stream. I'm not down. We were just talking about some very negative stuff for the most part. And I guess when I talk about negative things, I sound more down. I'm glad you like my hair. It's very greasy and unkempt right now. But I try not to be down. I am more down than usual. I'm having some issues in my personal life right now, but it's alright. I'm trying to not make a big stink about it on stream. I did have a kind of fun experience at Huddle House, which is the competitor to the Waffle House. If you can have a competitor to the glorious Golden Waffles. I went there one night and they had a chef in training and a chef, and the chef got mad and quit over something. So I was left with the chef in training to cook my food, and they didn't know how to cook anything. By chef in training, I mean like whatever 19-year-old from college just was there to do it. Yeti Games, dude, I do want to get an HTC Vive, but it's very expensive, and I just don't have a good place to play the Vive. To play the Vive, you need a huge play space, which is my #1 concern with it. But anyway, and I ordered, I don't know, I think it was like a waffle or something at Huddle House, right? And they're like, yeah, our waffle maker's broke. And they said, hold up, we're gonna see what we can do. And both the manager and the chef in training went outside, and they came back in with super red, like, stoned eyes. And they were high as fuck, and they're like, we talked about it, and we think we can make you a pancake, dog. And they just, and they're like, we think we can make this and that. So I think they were just super, super high, and they did, like, an experimental Huddle House breakfast. They were making me waffles and pancakes and all sorts of stuff that really weren't on the menu, but it was kind of fun. Uber utters the cow. Unfortunately, I do not have Instagram. My only other social media outside of YouTube is Twitter. I like Twitter best. So if you need to contact me about something, or if you want to see pictures of all the things I do, I think Twitter would be the best place to go see such things. And that's going to get me killed. What won't get me killed is hiding in the smoke, though. They probably won't see me here. Probably going to kill my teammates who run in. And then I will cap the point just as well as they will. I'll call in a little UAV. Ain't nothing like a UAV to keep things flowing. You dead. You goofed. Oh man, I almost goofed too. That was almost a big goof for me. I'll see him up here. Look at this. Put a little M16 headshot on you. Fireside Lemon says, the food I baked is legendary. Alright. Good to know, man. If I ever need a stoner chef, I'll give you a call. Wait a minute. Guess they were pretty much all out here then. Can I go up? No, I thought that was a ladder.
Airstrike standing by. Securing A. Losing Charlie. Friendly airstrike on the way. Our UAV is online. All positions locked down. Hold what you got. We lost Charlie. Helicopter support standing by.
There we go. Got my whirly bird. I'm gonna try to save it for next round. Ooh, and I died immediately. MMP just subscribed. Thanks, man. Turbo Neon says, me and my friend once went to Krispy Kreme high as fuck, and they just gave us donuts for free. Well, that's nice. Oh, okay. Fireside Lemons was also a cook for 3 years. Yeah, that can definitely help. And Matthew Ebert, you are correct. Getting all guns gold will get you Exclusion Zone. Let me make sure I haven't missed any new subs. MMP, Rich, Christopher Quavale, Dwayne Williams, Zach Deering, 1v1v1v1 Beast, Kyle Finninger. I've all subscribed. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. What's herbs and the Stoner. Oh yeah, the Stoner. What is it? The Stoner 63 was the name of the gun. You know, I've never really liked that gun in Black Ops 1. It just wasn't... It never seemed to work for me as well as it did for everybody else on the planet, except for me. It hated me.
Securing Bravo. B secure.
And Bandolier is not a bad perk at all. Michael Foal has subscribed. Thank you, Michael. I tend not to run it on the M16 because it can one burst so much. It doesn't, like, feel necessary. I feel like I should just be more conservative with my ammo and things will work out.
Our UAV is online.
Oh, we made a lot of them quit. They mad now.
Enemy UAV is airborne.
So I'm wasting ammo on these super long range shots when I shouldn't really be screwing around with them like that.
Securing C.
Helicopter there was kind of worthless. Wendy's is the best. No way.
Positions locked down.
Ugh, you're crazy, dude. In-N-Out burger for life. Once you go In-N-Out, you don't go back. There's no return from the glory that is In-N-Out burger. If you've experienced it, you know what I mean. In-N-Out burger is cheaper than McDonald's or Wendy's, and the food quality is significantly better. It's faster, and one of the cool things they do is they pay their employees well above minimum wage, so your service is just plain awesome. Like, In-N-Out Burger is probably the best run fast food franchise in the US right now. Hard to compete with them, really is.
Our UAV is online.
I almost shot my teammate right there like an idiot.
Losing Bravo. Our UAV is online. UAV recon standing by. Our UAV is online. Airstrike standing by. Friendly
That's going to get me another whirly bird, almost guaranteed. Let me go ahead and call it in here at the end of the match. Get me some more kills so I can feel good about myself and show off on the stream. Ermagerd, now they're spawning at Charlie. Wait a minute.
Securing C. Our UAV is online. Charlie secure.
I was sworn there was a baddie over there. Charles Jr., no way, you're crazy. Shao Kong Sounder, no, they pay like, I think minimum wage in Texas is like $8, and they pay their employees like 10 or 11, so it's significantly above minimum wage. It's not Garbo like that. I know that they were hiring managers like for 15 or 16 an hour, and that was, well, that's well above average for fast food here. Fast food isn't glamorous labor. Not a lot of people really strive for it, and it doesn't often pay much. Quietly Confident says, I always imagined you to be an older guy, never seen your face before. You cool bro, like your videos. Thank you, man, I appreciate it.
Mission accomplished. Good work, Marines.
The closest in and out is 1,600 kilometers away. Alex Hoy, I am not as excited for Attack on Titan Season 2 because I've been reading the manga so much. I'm already like super duper far ahead. So Season 2 is just not even going to catch me up for the most part. Achilles? Whataburger doesn't do it for me, man. I think Whataburger's kind of grody. Really is. How are we doing? So far to go. So far to go on all these challenges. Alright, guys. What? What's going on here? Look at this. My dude just spazzed out. Do you guys see this? They've got multiple faces going on, male and female. Whee! It's like, I look like a man on the outside, but on the inside, I'm a beautiful woman. Not playing Bog. Alright, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and call that the end of the stream for tonight. I had a good time streaming and entertaining everybody, not anybody, everybody. I thank you all for coming out. I hope you had a good time. If you did, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Drifter out. Wait, I need to end it over here.